I'm Mrs. Williver, and today is Mrs. Williver Day. Are you ready for a story? Today, my story is called A Good Listener, written by Mrs. Williver and illustrated by Cassie Garwood. That's my daughter. Fillmore was a fish. Not any fish, but a goldfish. Fillmore was the pet fish in room 13. He had a very important job. He had to listen to all the kids' problems in kindergarten. He couldn't say anything to anyone because Fillmore always kept a secret. One day, Shelby came up to Fillmore. She was crying. "Why did you tell, Fillmore? Why did you tell Bill what I told you?" Shelby asked. "I don't like you anymore." Wow. Fillmore's heart started to break. "I didn't tell him," he thought to himself. "I always keep a secret." Fillmore started crying, only no one could tell because he was under the water. Just then, Cassie came storming up to Fillmore. "Thanks a lot, Fillmore," she shouted. "Now Rebecca will never talk to me again." Fillmore got very sad. He didn't understand what was going on. 2 days went by, and no one came to talk to Fillmore. Fillmore lay down on the bottom of his bowl and wouldn't come up. During carpet time, Miss Lashley told the kids that she was taking Fillmore home with her because no one was paying any attention to him. Shelby stood up and said, "Good, because he's a tattletale." "Yeah," said Cassie, "he has a big mouth." "Girls," said Mrs. Lashley, "that was a mean thing to say." Miss Lashley noticed Melissa was upset. "Melissa, what's the matter?" asked Miss Lashley. "Fillmore is a good listener," said Melissa. "I was the one that told Bill that Shelby liked him. And I told Rebecca that Cassie thought she couldn't jump rope very well." Fillmore slowly swam up from the bottom of his bowl. His heart stopped hurting. Cassie, Shelby, and Melissa walked up to Fillmore and sat down. "We're sorry, Fillmore. Will you forgive us?" they asked. Fillmore jumped up out of his bowl. "Of course I will forgive you," thought Fillmore. "I think they love me again." Fillmore wants you to know something. The next time you want to blame somebody for something, you better know the truth first. That's for sure. Have you ever been blamed for something that you didn't even do? It didn't feel good, did it? No, it didn't. So before you blame somebody for something, and you're not even sure if they really did it, go find the truth first. Don't make them feel bad, like Fillmore. Now, another thing I want to talk about is secrets, okay? Now, this is tricky because if someone tells you a secret, "Oh, please don't tell," okay, "don't tell so-and-so, blah, blah." You know, it's a good idea to keep that secret. You know, you don't want to get your friend in trouble or anything like that. You know, it's not going to hurt anybody. But there is a secret that you should not keep. This is very important. Listen up. If the secret you're asked to hold is hurting somebody, or maybe it's hurting you, or it's going to hurt somebody, you do not need to hold that secret inside. I want you to tell an adult that secret, okay? Go to a mom, a dad, a grandma, a grandpa, your teacher, your principal, an adult, and talk to them about that secret that you're being asked to keep. If it's hurting you or hurting someone else, I want you to tell an adult. Now, next time, I'm going to teach you how to draw Fillmore. I'm Mrs. Wolliver, and today is Mrs. Wolliver Day. Are you ready for a drawing? Today we're going to draw Fillmore the fish. We're going to draw in the apple direction, the apple direction, the apple direction. Put your paper in the apple direction and you'll be ready to draw with me. Okay, remember, this is the apple direction. Put your papers like this. All you need is a pencil, and let's get ready to draw Fillmore. Now the first thing we're going to draw is Fillmore's body, and it's a circle. This shape, we're getting very good at this shape. We've done a lot of this shape in our first two drawings. Okay, now remember, if it's not big enough, if it's too small, too big, whatever, turn your paper over, do it again. Don't erase, don't worry about it. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a half moon shape like that. Okay, we're going to put his eye, one eye, in here inside. Okay, we're going to put one eye, we're looking at him at the side with his pupil. Okay, great, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to put his lips. Now this is kind of cool because you start over here, you make the number 3. If you can make a 3 like that, there it is. And we're going to now put the top fin on the top of his head. Okay, you can make a fin come from the middle, top of his head, kind of curve it like that. So he's not a shark. It's not going to be that big. And just come straight down. Okay? And then one on the bottom. You're going to go this way. Curve it that way to the left. And come straight up to his body. Okay. Now his back tail fin is a little different. Okay, I want you just to listen, pay attention, follow directions, and we're going to be able to do this. You do these shapes like me. Now the first shape is you come out like that with a shape, just a line out. Okay. Now you're going to come in, but not all the way. Leave a little bit of space right here, okay? Then come back here, go down, down. Okay, not out, but down, curve it down. And then you're going to come in, curve it up into the fish like that. All right, looks good, doesn't it? Okay. Now we're going to draw scales. Okay, now these are tricky. This will definitely challenge you. I like to challenge you every once in a while, you know, with different shapes that are going to be harder and take time. Okay, you're going to start inside this area. We're going to leave this area blank. You're going to go like this. You're going to do a bump and a bump and a bump. See how big I'm making these bumps? And a bump and then a bump. Make sure it fills in the whole area. Now I made it a little bigger so I don't have to make little tiny scales. I'm not going to do that. Then you make another row of them, okay? You come, and when you come, you go right into the middle of this bump. You make it big and go right into, you know, you're ending it in the middle of this bump here. Coming around there and bumping it to the bottom of his body there, okay? There's another row. Now another row. You're going to come in this way, bump it to the middle of this bump now. Come into the middle of that bump. Then it takes practice. If it's not working out the way it looks like mine, don't worry about it. And then off, okay? Then you're going to make it here, go in the middle of this bump, and then just kind of go like that. And there's some scales. All right. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to make it look like Fillmore's in the ocean. All right? Not in his fish bowl, but in the actual ocean. He's having fun. All right? So what you're going to do now is we're going to put a piece of seaweed next to him. Okay? Coming from the bottom. We're going to come from the bottom of the paper, and we're going to come up with a line, but then on the bottom of the ocean, things are waving with the flow of the water of the ocean. Okay? So your line is going to kind of be curving like that. Not out of control. Woo! Not like that. We're going to control ourselves. Then come up here. And now come back and follow that. Follow the rhythm of the seaweed. Okay? Or the kelp. They call it kelp with a K, or seaweed. All right? Now, if you have room over here, you can make another one. Okay? If you like practicing it, try it out. We're going to make it a little one. I might even just make it shorter. Just kind of come up to that size of him. Then I'm going to come back down, follow. Oh, but watch. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to make a fun piece of seaweed or kelp. Okay, you're going to come like this out here and in, and then finish it down like that. So that's kind of different, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Now, we're going to put the bubbles up from here. Okay, bubble, bubble, like he's talking. Okay, saying something. Hello, haha. All right. Now, there's Fillmore. Wasn't that fun? That was a fun drawing. That was real fun. Okay, put your pencils down. Look down at your paper and say, wow, I did a great job. Now tell your neighbor or tell me, wow, you did a great job too. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a very nice day. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a nice Mrs. Wolliver day, learning to draw the Mrs. Wolliver way. Until next time, keep drawing.